Hi, guys. Thank you again for being here. As a voice actor, has there been a time you were reading the script and you were just like, no.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
quite literally. They had the original script written with Optimus Prime with all the contractions. And a lot of some fans were like, "Oh, I would love it if he go back to talking like he did in the old cartoon, where he still used contractions." But this is supposed to take place after all that has gone past, and now he's moved into the I cannot say contractions any longer. And you should have seen Eric's face. He's like, "Holy crap! Yeah, you're right." he's like, "Hang on, we got to rewrite the entire script, basically." So every time we came to a point where there was a contraction, which made it even harder with some of the shorter sentences we were talking about, the shorter lines that had to fit into a certain time frame. And I said, there was a line where I said, "You cannot mean that." And my original take was, "You cannot mean that." And he's like, "No, it's got to be like a half second long." So it ended up being like, "You cannot mean that." It's like came back really quick. It's like, because originally it was, "You can't mean that." And, and he's like, "Yeah, you're right." He's like, this being the older version of Optimus, he's gone past those younger John Wayne days. And now it's, he's pre-war and he's all serious now. So yeah, you're right. I think we should do it that way. So yeah, that was the very first thing that showed him. The very first page I had was like, "Oh, is he using contractions now? That's we're going back to that?" Like, oh crap, you're right.
I found that I had more yeses in the script than nos, especially.
That was a nod to Beast Wars, though.
Yeah, I mean, when you're reading through a script and it's like, the dialogue is, especially when we're all recording together and we all have our own, like we're getting a rhythm going and stuff, and then all of a sudden on the page it's, "Stars will bloom and die before I'm done killing you."
Best line.
It's like, I get to say
Best
that?
line of the show.
Oh, awesome. So I had way more yeses than no's for my part. Because Sassy Megatron, man.
Yeah.
Sassy Megatron.
And
That's
thanks
my
to Eric,
favorite
because
line.
that is the
Eric
best
and
line of the
FJ
entire
and
series.
George and everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. In this gig specifically, the only things that have really got gummed up was language issues, like through the translation. There's so many cooks in the kitchen. On other gigs, wow. Well, a lot of times the scripts are written in England or it's other places where there are particular colloquialisms that they either don't understand or just mean something different here. And I've had to stop a few relatively pornographic comments here and there in video games or whatnot, where I'm like, if that coupled with the last thing, and I'm not going to say anything here, please, but there are some times when it's just these things have been translated so many times. Honestly, a lot of when you're a voice actor, a lot of the work that you do are ESL, they're modules, industrials, all these things that are either internal for companies, and many of them are specifically from overseas. So there's a lot of like, well, that just doesn't make any sense worded this way. And it's not even so much the grammar of it, it's the fact that colloquially these words mean something different. So there have definitely been some no, as you say, moments there. But more for just kind of keeping flow and keeping it PG. But thank you.
If we're talking voice acting in general, though, yeah, that happened with you'll be able to kill me in various ways in Dishonored 2 coming out. Is it this month already? No, next month, November 11th. And I didn't know that the script was written in England. But they wanted all American accents for it, and my particular character has kind of a northern kind of sound to him, and they threw the word tossers in there. I'm like, oh, that's what does that mean exactly? And I'm kind of like Ron Burgundy in the fact that I just read literally what they put in front of me because I think it's funnier for them to hear me say it, because I know it's wrong and they don't know it's wrong. So it's always funny just to see the reaction. They're like, hang on a second. And that's yeah, you got to be careful with all the tossers out there.
Yeah, right.
Part of our job are to see that and say, you know what, let me just give you some options. You say alternate, and then they record something else. So you'll say tossers. Actually, very similar. I just did a game that was written in English. Yeah. Can't really say it yet, but
that's when I found out that it was written in English.
And you're like, how about just jerk or something like that? But,